Well, the MLB The Show gameplay trailer has officially dropped, and we're going to react to it right now. So the gameplay trailer officially came out today, and honestly, it's pretty good, and there's a lot to cover in this gameplay trailer as we're going to go through right now. So we get some cool shots, obviously, with the World Baseball Classic stuff. It actually first starts off with Road to the Show, which honestly is very cool. They obviously made Road to the Show a lot better, in my personal opinion. So as you can see, the journey begins once again in high school baseball, which is pretty cool. And we get some more gameplay animations and shots. So as you guys can see right here, we're actually gonna get 4 more colleges: Stanford, Michigan, Florida, and Arkansas. So those are the 4 new colleges we're gonna get. Looks very similar to what we had in MLB The Show 25, but very exciting as the first thing we're getting. So as we continue, we can obviously see some of the uniforms, which look very cool. We see some bus trips, some college baseball action, which is very exciting. We can see some of the customization options right there, which is very cool. Obviously, they've been trying to improve that every single year. So this is how the new attributes are going to look in MLB The Show 26. So they completely overhauled it. There's no longer that whole screen. We just get this little short box right here. We can obviously see Aaron Judge, 92 overall. I'm assuming that's what he's going to be in the game. And we still got his contact stats, his power stats. The fielding stats have changed a lot. It's now called ability, and there's forward, backwards, left, and right. So that's how they're doing the new fielding now. We have speed, arm strength, arm accuracy, and then we have steal, drag, bunt, things like that. So this is how the new attributes are going to look. And we can obviously see when it says marketplace, buy now, and sell now. So this is how we're going to be looking at new cards in MLB The Show 26. So let's continue because we obviously got a lot more stuff to talk about. We can see some more cool gameplay shots throughout this trailer, which is always nice. We can see some of the new players on their teams as well. They have a ratings overhaul, which is ratings that set players apart, which sounds really cool, which I'm pretty sure is with the whole feeling thing like we talked about a little bit earlier. And then we have this new feature, and this kind of looks like a retro kind of thing with how the interface looks. We can also see this if you press L2, there's 1 right here. Now this new feature is going to be called bear down pitching, deliver when it counts. We can obviously see a save situation, and then he gets the save. So that's the new bear down pitching. Looks very cool. And then we obviously get the World Baseball Classic, Diamond Dynasty's biggest stage, new stadium. The Tokyo Dome has been officially added to MLB The Show, which is absolutely phenomenal. They've also added 2 other stadiums as well, which is very exciting. We can play with all 20 baseball federations in the World Baseball Classic, which is very exciting. And that's obviously very cool. I think it's only in Diamond Dynasty though, so that's definitely something we have to think about. You know, it doesn't say World Baseball Classic by itself. It said it when you try to pre-order the game and the blog post. So maybe it's its own mode in Diamond Dynasty. We just kind of got to wait and see. They quickly talk about franchise right here. New trade hub, modernized lineups, and rotation, which is very exciting. So this is what the new front office is going to look like. We can obviously see they're really, you know, with this new like box mechanic I think they got going on. Maybe it's just for the trailer, not totally sure. But this is what they got going on. It looks very similar. I mean, they've definitely done the UI a little bit better. We do have like a wins tracker at the top, which is very cool. Maybe that's the prediction on how many wins you have to get to, you know, win the division with the Red Sox in this case. But we still have the front office, manager, league, and tasks. So definitely they added some new stuff. Tasks was never something that was in the game. And then we have the featured tab at the bottom. So very cool. We might be getting some new things in franchise, which is very exciting. Quickly goes over to the trade talk scene, as you guys can see here. And then we have the trade system. Once again, looks very similar, but they said they've improved it. We can obviously see one of the trades right here with the whole trade logic. Do you guys think this is a valid trade? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And then we get a little look at the depth chart as well, which does look pretty similar, just updated colors, UI, things like that. So as we continue with the trailer, we get some more shots, you know, making your MLB debut. This is a new cool trailer in Cooperstown with Road to the Show, which looks very cool. So definitely exciting to see what that's all about. Obviously, you do have to be a Hall of Famer to get there, so that's going to be pretty hard. But that's basically the whole trailer. Very exciting. You know, we obviously got to make our mark on the game, become a legend. And that's basically it for the gameplay trailer, except we got the legends. We got Albert Pujols coming back to the game, which is very exciting, and Felix Hernandez, which is very cool. And then this is, what's his name? Roy Campbell or something like that? I'm kind of forgetting when I'm blanking here, but yeah, that's who this is. But that was the gameplay trailer. We're going to go over the blog post because there's a lot more information over there. So the first thing we have in the article is the gameplay trailer, which we just went over. The first thing they talk about is Road to the Show, more to the journey. Basically, there's 19 colleges now in MLB The Show 25, which is very cool. They did go ahead and reveal 4 of them right there, and they also posted 2 of them on socials, you know, in 2025. So we know 6 of those colleges We're still waiting for the other 5, which is very cool. And it does say brought in the College World Series officially licensed NCAA Men's College World Series format and bracket. So I definitely think that means we're going to see a lot more games getting played to that college experience, because it does say expanded the amateur experience. I'm definitely happy about that. The 2025 one was very fun, but I definitely wanted more, you know what I mean? I wanted more when I was playing that. So it also says introduce new goals that keep you pushing progress throughout your career. I think this is very cool because they've obviously got Cooperstown in the game, which is obviously phenomenal, because, you know, that's the whole point. You kind of get to MLB and then you can obviously go to Cooperstown. There wasn't really a cutscene or animation for that. You kind of just knew from a screen, which was no fun. But this is obviously a lot cooler. So road to the show, road to Cooperstown, absolutely phenomenal. Love to see that. Let's talk about the World Baseball Classic. Diamond Dynasty, all new ways to compete, including the World Baseball Classic. Absolutely phenomenal. We can see Diamond Dynasty is back and better than ever with new ways to play. We have the World Baseball Classic content returns to Diamond Dynasty, now featuring World Baseball Classic ballparks, including the Tokyo Dome. And we also have the Puerto Rico Stadium, which is the host of Pool A. No idea how to pronounce that ballpark name, to be honest, but it's going to be added to the game. They do say mini seasons overhaul, which it sounds very exciting. I know a lot of people didn't like mini seasons, just the way it was set up. My biggest problem with mini seasons is when I had a lineup that I wanted to use in mini seasons, I had to remake it. That was the biggest frustration for me. I wish you could just copy and paste it. I feel like besides for that, mini seasons wasn't horrible, but I understand a lot of people did not like it. We obviously have new rewards, programs, and collections, which is exciting, and then more live series updates and exciting challenges and experiences throughout the year, which is obviously going to be a lot of fun. But very excited to see the World Baseball Classic finally in this game, and it's getting even more love in 2026. We obviously have storylines coming back. Season 4 of the Negro Leagues is going to be in MLB The Show 26. Very excited to see what the legends we got there. We did get one in the gameplay trailer, which was very cool. And obviously it's going to be back with new uniforms, new players, new cutscenes, all that good stuff. So I will definitely be playing that one. Then it talks about franchise, more realism and more control. It definitely seems like they've updated it from the gameplay trailer screen that we saw. It says new trade experiences, incorporating a new trade logic system featuring a comprehensive trade hub. So a trade hub sounds pretty interesting. We'll see. Once again, you kind of have to play with the game to figure that out, because they have said that before, the new trade logic system, and it hasn't worked. Modernized logic, including lineup, starting pitch and rotation, bullpen games to reflect current MLB trends, so that makes a lot of sense. And it says a more approachable franchise experience that lets you tailor your desired level of control, gameplay throughout the seasons. They obviously did that in 2025 with the custom mutations you could have, so we'll see if they expand on that a little bit more. And then we have new gameplay updates, including show tech for more authentic baseball experience. These are the new things coming to the game. This is basically everything new that's coming in 2026. We have something called Big Zone Hitting, a new batting interface for players of all skill levels. So we'll definitely see how that one is. There's been a lot of batting interface. You know, I think most people still use Strike Zone, but we'll see what that one's all about. We have 3 new stadiums. So we have the Tokyo Dome, the one from Puerto Rico, and this stadium as well. And this Terraponten Park, it seems like it's a retro stadium, maybe for the Negro Leagues. That's kind of what I'm thinking about there, because that's what it kind of sounds like. It was in 1914 all the way to 1945, so I imagine that one's going to be for the Negro Leagues. It was actually located in Baltimore, so we'll kind of see what that's all about when we get to storylines. We have the new bear down pitching, which gives you more control in clutch situations. Once again, we're going to have to play around with that to kind of see what that means. We have hits per nines and strikeouts per nines, attribute splits, and pitch repertoire usage rates. So once again, no idea what that's going to mean. We're going to have to obviously play the game, and we're obviously going to get more feedback in the feature premiere, but we'll see what that means as well. Ratcheting rating attributes for fielders. Now it's left, right, forward, and back, so everyone's going to have a different fielding attribute. I think this is going to give a lot more variety, to be honest, to a lot of different cards in the game, so they're not all the same. We have a catcher pop time attribute, which is honestly very exciting. I'm definitely excited to see that to the game. Make all the catchers different, because we had a lot of catchers in MLB The Show 25 that were very similar. This attribute's obviously going to separate them. We have a plate coverage indicator sensitivity slider for more control of your PCI, which is obviously going to be phenomenal to have. And then over 500 new gameplay animations have been added, which is definitely nice. We have some catcher animations, throws, block balls, and wild pitches and more, which is obviously exciting. And then you can obviously pre-order the game right now. They obviously have the standard edition and then the digital deluxe edition, which is very exciting. You do get 10% off on the digital deluxe edition if you have bought it in the past since MLB The Show 21, and then MLB The Show 22 on the Nintendo Switch. So obviously very exciting. It's basically just $10 off. So, you know, it's normally cost $9.99. If you have the loyalty discount, it's going to be $89.99. So definitely nice to get $10 off for just buying the game every year, which is very exciting. That's what they say right here, the pre-loyalty discount, which is very cool. We also have now and later packs. There's a new program live right now in MLB The Show 25 about now and later packs that you can get for MLB The Show 26. They just launched the whole program, so we're definitely going to check that out this week on Friday, which is going to be exciting. But there's 12 additional packs you can earn. There's also a 99 Carlos Beltran in MLB The Show 25, which is very cool. And that's basically everything from the gameplay trailer and the blog post, which is very exciting. Now, if you do want to purchase the digital deluxe edition, this is everything that you're going to get. So you're obviously going to get MLB The Show 26. You're going to get 20 show packs off the jump. You're going to get 2 World Baseball Classic Choice packs, which is very exciting. We don't know who's in those yet. 1 Legend Choice pack, which is also very exciting. We have 1 Equipment pack. We have daily double rewards. We have a cover athlete bat skin, which is very cool. And then 1 World Baseball Classic uniform and 20,000 stubs. So obviously very cool if you want to purchase the digital deluxe edition. If you guys are wondering, this is the edition I will be getting. And then this was that discount I was talking about. So this is a picture on the PlayStation Store. It's just 10% off, so 10 bucks off the order if this is the edition you are going to be getting if you have bought it since 2021. And the last thing we're going to cover, this was found, I'm pretty sure, on the PlayStation Store, which is very interesting. It says, build your ultimate fantasy team with a new red diamond rarity and World Baseball Classic cards featuring elite game-changing players. Now, this sounds like Prestige. I don't know if you guys remember. I think Prestige was an MLB The Show 20 where you could get a red rarity diamond. This sounds very similar to what that is. Now, who knows? I mean, we could have people going past 99 overall. Who really knows what they're thinking with this? But this was found on the PlayStation Store. We're definitely going to, hear more about this throughout the upcoming month, but definitely exciting. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts about this because it is very interesting. So that is everything we got from today's reveal about the gameplay trailer with the blog post and some of the things we're seeing on the other sites. Definitely a lot of information. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. There's going to be a gameplay premiere on Thursday, so definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to be covering that Friday live on stream, so if you want to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for that, we're going to be breaking down that whole stream. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. And definitely check me out on all my socials. Follow me on X for all of our updates. This is where we're tweeting all this information out today. You guys can follow me on Instagram for all of our clips. Make sure you guys join the Discord if you want to talk about MLB or MLB The Show. We're actually just talking about all this stuff earlier today, so definitely make sure you guys join. And then definitely check out the merch. We've been updating that site like crazy, and we're going to have some new designs coming soon, so definitely check it out. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.